Rachel Maddow is going to demonstrate here how you're supposed to act when the right-wing babies bitch and moan about something that you said or did. She's going to talk about how the Koch brothers got pissed at her when she pointed out that they're pushing for a drug test of welfare recipients in all these different states.
So who is this group telling state legislators from all over the country that they ought to adopt Florida's terrible law? Turns out they're part of a huge network of state-based conservative think tanks that is, frankly, kind of designed to not look like a network. They all look vaguely indigenous. They all have what look to be locally specific names. But their funding, if you follow it, comes in part from a central source of big money corporate donors, including groups affiliated with the Koch brothers. Now, we are not the first news outlet to report on the Koch brothers' funding distribution networks and the groups small and large all over the country who've received funding through the various mechanisms that the Koch brothers have set up to support conservative candidates and conservative activism and conservative research and conservative advocacy. And the Koch brothers' lawyers are not denying that they fund these networks, or that the Florida Foundation for Government Accountability is one of the groups that has been funded through these networks. But they really do not want anyone reporting any connection between what those groups do and who gives them the money that they do it with. The Koch brothers' letter to us includes a script that they want me to read to you on the air, denouncing my own reporting on the Florida drug test the poor story and telling you that they are not involved in promoting any such issue. I am not going to read their script. I'm not going to renounce my own reporting on this story, because the reporting on this story stands. It is true. And now we also know that the Koch brothers do not wish to be associated with the work and the causes that they have funded through their multi-million-dollar, multi-year massive funding of networks of conservative organizations. You not wanting to be known for something that you have done is not the same thing as you not having done it. The Koch brothers do also say that when we contacted them for comment on our story, it was too late in the day for them and that we should have given them more time to respond. And you know what? That is a fair point. We will endeavor in the future to contact them earlier in the day, and I'm sorry that our call came late. But we will not stop reporting on the political actions and the consequences of the political actions of rich and powerful men, even if they send angry letters every time we do it. I will not read scripts provided to me by anyone else. I do not play requests. I will happily make corrections when I do get things wrong. We do it on the show all the time. But I will not renounce or retract reporting that is true, even if the subjects of that reporting don't like it. Being a political actor means being subject to political scrutiny. If you don't want to be known for it, don't do it. Don't just complain when people accurately describe your actions. Your actions are what we are reporting on, and we will do that on our own terms as a free press. If you want to control the words that are used when your actions are discussed, then speak for yourself. I will renew my invitation now. Mr. Koch, or the other Mr. Koch, you are welcome on this show anytime. I would love to discuss these matters with you right here, in person, live and without interruption, anytime. And it would be easy to set up. You apparently already have my number.
They sent her a script. The Koch brothers sent her a script. How insane are these people? We don't like what you said about us, so here's what we'd like you to say on your show the next time you do it. Oh my goodness. I mean, if anything, what this story makes me think is that a lot of rich people are genuinely delusional. Like, they live in this bubble where they are so used to everybody around them telling them they're great, telling them they're wonderful, waiting on them, at a moment's notice. Whatever they want, they get immediately. People kiss their ass 24/7. That they naively start to believe that they can control absolutely everything. So when they told Rachel Maddow, we dislike what you said, don't say it, she laughed it off. She's like, wait a second. But the reporting I did was true. And isn't that all that matters when we're talking about news? I mean, the whole point of news, let's get the data out, the information out, regardless of the consequences of it might make this group of people feel, unhappy or uncomfortable. It might make this group of people feel this way or that way. Irrelevant. It's not relevant. The point of the news isn't to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy inside. The point of the news is to get information to the public so they can make informed decisions about where to purchase products, who to vote for, and stuff like that. I mean, these guys, they're jokes, man. And realize, the Koch brothers, they're not mega rich because they just, it's a meritocracy and they work so hard to get to the top, let me tell you. No, they're rich because of their daddy. Their daddy figured out a new way to refine oil, and he did business with communists. He did business with the Soviet Union. Yeah, it's no surprise that these guys are like the biggest right-wingers in the country now, because it's like they're trying to make up for the sins of their father. So they shift to the fascist side of the political spectrum because they're too afraid of being, in bed with the communists again. Now, we went over on the show a while back how much money these guys make. They make millions of dollars every day. Every day. Isn't that amazing? And look, they think we can buy the democracy because we have all this money. And guess what? They're largely right. They've bought so many politicians. They've bought so many giant subsidies for their companies. They rigged the tax policy in their favor. And they finally met their match. They met their match in Rachel Maddow, who looked at the absurdity of what they wanted and said, no, I'm not like everybody else in your life where they bow down to you because you're this, modern day Rockefeller or Vanderbilt in this gilded age where you're the overlord, right? I'm going to look at you like what you are. Pathetic, rich people off of daddy's money. You're like the male version of Paris Hilton, and you think you can control everything, but you're not going to control this. This is called a free press, and I'm going to keep it real with you.